Good morning. I'm Victoria Savage, Nurse Savage on your side, your wisdom guided oracle, and we are having coffee in my beautiful floral mug. I had the wonderful experience of being on a river for the last few days. Lots of wildflowers made my necessary camp bouquet. Lot of awarenesses, a lot of healing. That river was just so gentle, so loving, and so refreshing. We have a powerful reading today, and it's a powerful charge, so I hope you're ready because it's all about you. So the overarching theme starts with pay attention to your body. It is time for you to incorporate every aspect of who you are in this journey in life. Nothing is isolated. What we take into our bodies, how we treat our bodies, how we mistreat our bodies affects our spiritual walk, our path, our inner relationships. And it's time now for you to pay attention, give up the thing that you know causes your body problems. Give up the relationships. Good morning, Carla. That don't serve you. Don't engage in things that are going to slow you down. And that's basically the next card, caught in the ruins. There is something. These cards are a little difficult to see, even for me in person, but there's a man and woman behind that iron gate and they can't get out. And that is a sign to you to say you are allowing something to hold you captive. You're allowing belief perhaps to hold you in place, a situation, a work situation, a relationship to keep you limited, to keep you down. Um, Yeah, it was an interesting weekend because this was well, it wasn't a weekend. Felt like a weekend, but we started on Monday and came home yesterday. Um, this was the first time I had been in my camp trailer camping by myself. I went with a friend and we had our own sleeping places. And while it was fun, it was also there was something missing. The energy of my husband was missing. And it was just a different journey because of that. He's a very concrete kind of guy. And his philosophy is if anything bad can happen, it will. And so he approaches life with that energy. So not having that energy present in this time of nature and in this time of clearing and releasing, and I did a bunch of it, um, was very different journey than I'd had before. He's an amazing man, and it's not a bad thing. It's just an energy that we have. So getting away from that and doing a different kind of journey was really powerful. The next card, that is Five of Forces, summer and winter. Summer and winter, particularly summer, is a time of action. And that's what this is telling you. It is time to take action on caring for the body. And remember, the things, the dysfunctions, the disalignment, the dis-ease are just different energies caught and stuck in the body. So pay attention to your body and start asking your higher power, find an energy worker, whatever you need to do, what the energies are that are stuck in that dysfunction that you've got going on, that disalignment, that dis-ease. Um, so many um, autoimmune things these days. And there's a very physical possibility. We don't really know what it's all about. We just know that it's fucking crazy. So many reasons they could be happening. And traditional medicine says, yeah, there's really nothing we can do. We can treat your symptoms. That means it's an inside job. There's energy there that you want to rid yourself of. So what is that energy? I'm open, I'm willing, I'm ready. Guide me is the key to this whole thing. Being guided by your higher power. Take action now. If you have an addiction going, take action on getting it healed. And that means asking for that extra power, that extra insight, that extra ability that is available to you. The next card that came up was The one of keys. And this is all about the architect, the designer, the one in charge who is you. And again, nobody can do this work for you. Quit whining. I know that's not very compassionate. But the truth is, you can whine and be all the victim and so sorry, have all these people feeling sorry for you, or which is going to get you absolutely nowhere. You are the architect and designer of your life. Everything that you've got in front of you, you either brought to you purposefully or allowed in purposefully for your growth, your understanding, and your expansion. When you decide to own that is when you really begin to step into your power. Take action now on the one thing that you might be the angriest about, dislike the most, the one that's in your face constantly. Look at it and go, okay, how does this move? You have to know what it is before you can move it. So one of the things that I was clearing, actually the thing, but there was so much more tied to it, was anger. And I'm not a particularly angry person, but the truth is I've stuffed a lot of it over the years in order to get up, get along, to get by. The chameleon that, and so many of you are out there. And it has cost. It has been stuck in areas of my body. And that was my focus this weekend. Didn't know it was going to be my focus. I also journeyed one of the days with psilocybin and became far more aware of the vastness of the anger that I contained. And so that was what I was beginning to release up there, and really released a big chunk. It is still going. So interestingly enough, up there towards the end, it was like I felt a bit of a bite at the end of your, or at the beginning of urination. It was like, ooh, I mean, that doesn't happen. And then getting home, it's like the beginning of a bladder infection. The bladder infection energy is pissed off, anger. So it is clearing through that. So I went into my physical mantra. I am well. I'm free of infection. I am healthy. And I started adding in the physical aspects, the essential oils that help clear bladder infections, apple cider vinegar. I will be getting some cranberry. We are physical, mental, emotional, spiritual, not just one. We can't just treat or look at just one area. Take care of the body, pay attention to it. And I am in the midst of clearing because I'm the one in charge here. Nobody is making me do anything. Nobody is moving me around this chessboard. Nobody's just being mean to me. What I found in this anger was resentment and unforgiveness and rigidity. Rigidity is held pretty much in the neck. And guess who's had a stiff neck for a while now? So know that you are the architect. You are the one that can begin to clear things. And it is by the power of your intention. That's what that mantra is about. I am well. I am healthy. I am strong. I am the architect here. I am free of infection. I feel great. My energy is good. Whatever it is you need, you start affirming it. You basically talk yourself into it. And you've been talking yourself out of it for years in the background. So start talking yourself into it. Okay, the next card that came up was initiation and the Count Saint Germain. This is why you really want to start paying attention to your body, because as it is the vehicle here, when your body is not functioning well, your focus goes there, regardless of whether it's to heal it or whine about it. But it takes your focus away from what is going on elsewhere. And this is a huge time for you of expansion and growth, initiation, coming into your own power and owning the wholeness of your power. That's the other aspect of the architect. You are powerful AF, as I said the other day. And this is what this is about. It is time for you to step into your power. That was the other part of what was happening this weekend, and owning the fullness of my power, which I don't, yeah, again, we all just kind of go, I'm not really sure what that's about. I don't know what my power is. I mean, I know what some of my power is, but, and it was being open, willing, and ready to step into that. And I basically, I went, all right, God, I'm willing to step into that, but I don't really even know what that is. All of that. What is that? Show me what it is. And have been open, willing, and ready, and have seen a couple things this weekend. But it is still unfolding. We are in the period of shift and initiation and transformation. Jump in with both feet, but do it in your power by addressing all aspects of who you are as you go through this. It not only makes it easier in the whole process, but everything is elevated. Then your body becomes healthier, your relationships become healthier, you become more powerful in the truth of who you are, and the world needs us to do that right now. So quit whining. Okay, the next card that came up was Uriel and the Sphinx. Uriel is the angel I have channeled most of my life since a young child. Uriel is known as the wisdom of love, or the angel of love and wisdom. And love and wisdom, I did not know that when I was young, but love and wisdom have always been my two most important energies that I valued. So Uriel and the Sphinx in reverse says, the sands of the desert have covered you once again. Not only have you put aside the deep inner work that brings to light your self-discovery, but you've also allowed even the mundane little things in life to settle upon you and keep you from your spiritual power. So again, it's the same thing. It is your charged here to turn this over, stand in your power, start allowing yourself to accept the truth and the fullness of who you are, because the world needs you to do that. Uh, you didn't come here now by accident. You are here at this time in history to help this unfolding, the new earth come into being. We have to work on ourselves and accept the truth of who we are to make that happen. And so know that it is absolutely imperative now with this next card, the Ark of the Covenant, which is a contract. Contract with yourself, contract with your higher power, and allow your truth to come into the light for yourself, so you really begin to understand what the truth is. I want to read this. At the most mundane level, this card can represent a beneficial legal contract or title transfer. It can also show successfully working with professionals such as bankers and lawyers. More often, it indicates that you are living true to your own karmic contract, facing your lessons of growth. This card, the architect was pointing to this Ark of the Covenant, saying it is time to take action on this powerful growth that is being offered to you. There's all types of help out there. Find your tribe, find a group that you can begin to identify with and enjoy and grow with. The women that went with me to Guatemala really have become a lovely soul tribe for me and for one another. That's a huge, huge offering. They're available. Be open, willing, and ready. Ask. I will be starting a group here to really help you begin to expand into the truth as we move along. Right now, I'm getting ready to air a summit called Energy Healing for Survivors. And so I haven't done the group yet, but know that even an online group, the energy is still there. I do lots of work with people online all over the world, Ireland, Dubai, England. So know that it is not, you are not limited to your town. Honestly, the spiritual circle in this little town, the spiritual, not the religious. We got the religious going on, man. The spiritual circle in my little town is not real wonderful. Or let me put it this way, it's not real large, kind of. And the ones that are actually here, for whatever reason, seem to be drawing inward and not participating in things. And so I kind of stopped asking, probably need to begin again and reach out. So know that it is time. The last two cards that wanted to come up was the Love Yourself, from the Love Yourself deck. Look beyond the surface. And this is really powerful, not just within yourself, but within others. I got to tell you, two of my dearest friends throughout life. One was my high school dearest friend, who passed a few years ago, was absolutely someone I did not want to know. I didn't like her. She just kind of grated on me. And my mother, she was actually washing dishes in our restaurant. Her mother was cooking, and my mom made me be nice to her. Not that I would have been mean, but it was, basically pay attention, give it a try. And oh my gosh, am I so glad she did, because that woman is just is she's in spirit now, but was incredible. I have another one of the mentors, and actually had the same kind of energy as my friend Sherry did. First met her, kind of didn't like her, just then got to know her just a little bit. It was like, oh my God, you're just amazing. Look below the surface on people and be willing to forgive. Now, not be a doormat. As I was working this morning through energy work, releasing what was coming up in this anger was unforgiveness and rigidity and resentment. These things stop us. So we want to let them go. I didn't know it was there, but I was willing to ask, because I'm done with playing small. I'm done with not getting through to the people that need me to show up by hiding, by allowing limiting beliefs to hold me captive. So it's time for you to do the same. And the last card from They Love Who You Are, create intentional solitude. So find a group and yet create solitude. Solitude is absolutely necessary, because this is where we receive. For me, getting a quiet mind and meditation has never been something that I've done easily, but breath work is something that I've embraced, because in that I can create solitude. This weekend or this past week, I created solitude. I went with a girlfriend. This is our 8th year in doing a camping trip a year, and a few of those years, that was the only time we saw each other. She moved to another town, and so she was very content to read, sit up there and do her thing. I would go down to the river and just pray and connect with spirit, get in the water, clear. I released so much anger during that psilocybin journey. It was very, very similar to the ayahuasca journey in what I became aware of that I was holding. I knew anger was something that needed to go, and that was part of the pain screen, the pain body that had been talking to me, but I had no idea the volume I was holding. It is still clearing. Again, like I said, the bladder infection is a pissed off thing. It is clearing through the bladder. It is clearing through my breath in the breath work. So choose how you want to get quiet. Choose moments of solitude for yourself, even if it's just 5 minutes, if you're a young mother or an old mother, but if you've got a lot going on, um, eke out 5 minutes, eke out 15 if you can. Get up 15 minutes earlier and start with the breath work that will help you wake up. And then open, willing, and ready. Show me what I need today to move forward to my next best step. The next best step is always what we're looking to, because really all we have is right now. And in order to expand, the next step is the one we want to take. We don't need 27. We don't need the end point. Don't need to go backward to all our failings and everything we didn't do right. Whatever it looks like to you, take that next best step. Be open, willing, ready to be guided. And I can guarantee you, you will get insights. Most of the time, they come in form of thoughts. And when you ask, you will be given that answer immediately. And a lot of times we will go, I just made that up. Well, there aren't lots of places God has that he can actually, and I call them God. He's still a he to me. I'm comfortable with that. You do what you're comfortable with. You do you. I'll do me. Um, he will talk to me in my mind. I have never had a burning bush speak to me. I do not get auditory guidance. One of my mentors does, but mine will come in my thoughts, coming more visual now, things that I see. So be willing to expand, be willing to take the next step, take care of your physical. Take care of your relational, start stepping into your power and owning the truth of who you are, and let fall away the things that are holding you back. If you don't know what those are, be willing to be guided, to be shown. Again, when you ask, you will get that answer immediately. And then we will tend to ignore it at times. So start trusting yourself. Make this weekend a powerful one for yourself. The world needs you to show up. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm Victoria Savage, Nurse Savage on your side, your wisdom guided oracle.